and welcome to Bottles and Bricks, a Last of Us podcast. I'm your host, Ronan Chain, and with me is my co-host and dear friend, Sam from Team JVS. Sam, how we doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
Folks, this is going to be a quick episode of Bottles and Bricks, but we figured we should help with the promotion because a lot of stuff is coming our way and very, very soon. But before we get to that, if you've heard me before, if you follow the channel, I just got my Joel statue from The Last of Us Part 2. It arrived about a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago. Here he is in his full glory from Dark Horse Comics. And again, it was a very, very, careful, Joel. Very long process for me. Felt like 2 years, and it was just a year. And you could see if this feels egoistic as hell, but if you want, that's a thumbnail to my video on the channel. If you want to see how I spend a day just going Google for this, you can see how my enthusiasm is there. And no, I'm not gonna eat Joel.
He's about to eat Joel.
No, not clicker. No, I'm not infected. I have no bites. But if you want to just check that out, as you can tell, big fan. Go ahead and check it out on the channel. But the reason why we're here today is because a little while back it was announced that at CCXP, HBO is bringing their show to Sao Palo's Expo. They're bringing it. They're gonna have a panel there, and the Brazilian fans, all my hermanos down in South America, you lucky mother f's. I wish we could. I wish we both could be there. But that's all right. It's gonna be on the 3rd of December at 5 p.m. Brazil time zone. Which, if my research was right, it should be 1 p.m. or 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah. I don't want to promise too much because, again, a lot of stuff can go down, but know that day, keep on the lookout on your YouTube channels and subscriptions and anything Last of Us related that day, because Sam and I might be doing some coverage for it. And if for some reason we can't make that work, we're absolutely going to cover it post-panel and talk about what they flew down there to talk about, and if maybe they might give us something other than just images and the usual talk points. And if you're lucky enough to be attending the panel or be around in the area, I am so jealous. There's going to be an activation of The Last of Us show at Sau Palo Expo. These are the times and the dates concerning the con itself, where you can attend to it. And I hope any of you who are going, vlog about it, record it, because I want to experience what's there. Because I love how they said that. We're going to turn Boston. We're bringing Boston to Sao Paulo. So I'm jealous about this. But besides this info, we just got confirmation, like I'm a reporter, that the people who will be attending the panel is Pedro Pascal himself as Joel, Bella Ramsey as Ellie. We have, is it Danielle Dandridge or is it Mel Dandridge, Sam? What's the actress's name?
Oh, I'm sorry. My eyes. It's
right.
Morel.
Meryl.
Morel. Yeah.
She plays, oh my gosh, I am so ashamed of myself that I'm forgetting her name already. Queen Firefly.
Yeah.
And we have Gabriel Luna as Tommy.
Yes, sir.
Marlene, that's her name. Jesus. And Gabriel Luna as Tommy, and they'll both be attending the show with the creators of the show and co-creator of the first video game and second video game, Neil Druckmann and Craig Mason. So again, folks, December 3rd at 5 p.m. Brazil Standard Time. Be there or try to watch as best you can. But Sam, you hear all this info that I just dropped on you. Are we expecting a featurette, a trailer? I mean, how deep into details they're going to give us? Because we are about a month and 2 weeks away from the show dropping on HBO. So, I mean, they can't escape the people who play the game. but it's mostly gonna be for fans and also people who are new to it. So, what do you think they're gonna be giving us at the Sao Paulo Expo?
And so the show officially drops January the 12th, or what's the exact date when it is?
15th, I believe.
So the 15th, December the 5th is when this is going down. To be honest, I by the end of this year, critics are gonna probably be able to start seeing the pilot and a couple episodes anyway. They're probably gonna show a scene and maybe like what the intro is gonna be. I think that would be a really, because I mean they're definitely gonna show like a trailer, like some kind of like edited trailer just specifically for CCXP for sure. But
Yeah.
I can see them putting like the intro, and probably like a legitimate scene, from one of the episodes, probably the first episode make most sense. I think that would be something that people will be talking about. I'm gonna say this to you, Ronan. I think we should go live as soon as that time hits, and we go off of any of you guys that do live tweets. If y'all are in Brazil, let us know. Contact me or Ronan on Twitter, and we will go follow along with you, and we'll be right there talking along. Because I think that'd be really fun. That's before we used to go to like Comic-Con and stuff like that. We used to live vicariously through the tweets. Like, okay, they're in Hall H.
Same.
Let's talk
Yeah.
about it. Like I'm excited just knowing what's happening. And I think that this is a rare opportunity. This is gonna be the same situation. This is so weird because there's not gonna be a major convention, having this outside of CCXP before its actual release. Because we were thinking, okay, San Diego Comic-Con, but no, the show comes out in January. So they're gonna show something special for CCXP.
I
My
hope so.
prediction is the intro and the scene, though. I don't
Yeah,
think they're gonna show an episode. I doubt that would happen.
I think they want to not have the experience that Sony went through with the game, but part two where stuff leaked. So I think they're doing their best to like keep it on the down low, and
Yep.
also hope that nothing leaks out of that panel, and maybe it'd be just a scene. So I wouldn't.
Or I was playing, the in between card, but they could just, in all honesty, live stream the whole thing. If they play their cards right, and the only thing that they're showing is an intro and a scene, it's Brazil. It's gonna get leaked anyway, no matter what they do. But if they live stream it and everybody tunes in, dude, I can promise you that's gonna go crazy. That's
I
gonna be
hope so.
crazy numbers.
That'd be a cool thing for us to like. Besides going live for a bit, and if they drop, like, they're gonna live stream and we could watch it, like DC Fan Expo has done before, where they stream and they have the panels there or
Yep.
presentations, if you will. And yeah, I think we might get a featurette. I think if we don't get a trailer, and most certainly we'll get a featurette, and probably the people at the panel will get a scene, either the opening sequence, not all of it, but like up until what do I want to say? Up until when our main characters realize something is off with the world they're living in, and things won't be the same. So I'd be surprised if we start, if they show a scene of how the show starts and up
Mhm.
to a certain point when they encounter something. I'd be like, that's a good way to cut out and be like, you can find out the rest in a month. And people be like, oh, why not? So
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, they're
And
gonna
maybe
have
even
to get. They're gonna have to. The funny thing is, from looking at it from a critic's perspective, they're gonna have to get it out early, so people can be talking about it early.
word of
They
mouth.
what they want is January 1st. People already being like, this is this. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if featurette in December and a trailer in first week of January as a like Happy New Year's Eve. Start off with the Last of Us new trailer.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense to me.
So that's all we're gonna say for that. Hopefully on Saturday something big happens and we have the opportunity to explore it. And before we go, I do want to show something that they dropped. So this, for those who aren't familiar with it, this is the cover to the PlayStation 3 game cover, if you will. This is how it was in the PS3. If you have a copy of the PS3 game, that's how the cover is. at the time when they dropped the info of the Sao Paulo Expo panel, they dropped this image that I tweeted out and said, "This harkens back hardcore to that PS3 cover. Like, look at that. I mean," and I told Sam this, that Ellie's in the forefront in this one, and now she's in the background of the other one, and Joe's in the forefront in this one, and he's in the background of the other one. So, um, that's fascinating that they're paying that much tribute. Like, I was giddy about them just playing Alone and Forsaken in the trailer. I was giddy about that. I'm like, okay, cool. Just like the first ever teaser dropped, or with the gameplay. Now they're going about honoring what's come past, even just on a marketing level. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Sam, we're almost there, man. We're almost there, and I don't know how I don't know how I'm gonna deal with it. Oh man.
We're not gonna deal with it. We're gonna just get through it.
But in the meantime, until then, we have something to let you know, folks, that if you weren't here in the last episode, Naughty Dog has teamed up with a Kickstarter company to make a board game called The Last of Us Escape the Dark. And it's up to so there's 65 hours left for you to back it if you want to get a copy of this board game. Now, there's another image that shows there's two versions to this board game for any of you either hardcore fans or just want to collect something new out of Kickstarter. There is a standard and there is a collector's edition. Now, the standard one, it'll be eventually, from what I heard, it'll be eventually available in stores for you to buy off the shelves if you can find a place that carries it. The cool thing about the collector's one is that it's exclusively for Kickstarter, and it comes with the little figurines. It comes with Joel, Ellie, Marlene, Tess, Bill, a clicker, and cool more stuff. So if you're just a casual fan, it's up there for you. And if you're a hardcore fan, it's got some good stuff on it. And if you want to know how big of a thing this is in the Kickstarter community, the goal they pledged was $144,248 just to be able to make the board game. Sam, guess what they're up to now?
I couldn't even guess. What's the number?
They're up to $864,404.
Gosh, damn.
So they're about $150K away from $1 million of backing this. So
that's crazy.
That's crazy. And I think we both talked about that we don't really play board games, but we have experience with playing board games, right, Sam?
Yeah, for sure.
Family around that. And I think I'm collecting it as a collectible, as a geek myself and a Last of Us fan. But I hope that if we're lucky and stuff pans out, stars line up, hopefully one day if me, Sam, and other friends of ours meet up, and those of us who are hardcore Last of Us fans, we might be able to play this board game one day. And I think you can play it for up to 60 minutes, and it's up to 4 or 6 players, so or 5. And yeah, this is, again, I talked about how American Dreams, the graphic novel, the Left Behind DLC, the game itself, the games themselves, and now the show. I like that they're stepping out of those mediums to try something else and just expand on the world. And people can make their own adventures out of this board game.
Yeah. How much is it to back it to get you a copy of this game?
I believe that I paid. So for the standard version, it's £65, I believe, which is about $79. Now for the collector's one, which is the one I paid, is about £99 or more, and it's about $120.
Okay.
So it is a commitment, why not? But with the exception of the standard one, very few of these might be made, and who knows if they're going to have a second batch, if you will.
Right.
It's not like, I don't think if it's like Mondo, where sometimes they'll make a board game and then they'll make another version of it. I think they did that with the Thing board game. Mm-hmm. But this is something that I was like immediately, all right, I'm in. I'm only gonna get one, or I'm gonna get 2 or 3 so I can sell 2 of them on eBay. But yeah, pretty pretty excited to see how I can play this, and just to have it on the shelf, be like, oh, Last of Us shelf is added more stuff to it. And I think that's pretty much it. I mean, Sam, I'm gonna do this. If you want to get romantic, or if you want to get throwback vibes, folks, go check out Sam's classic videos where he played the games with Jorel, and that was the cool thing. And I'll say this as we conclude this show, is that it was a cool thing that not only Sam and I are geeks of cinema and just Marvel and Star Wars and anime and manga, but the fact that he was also a Last of Us fan, and I was like, okay, cool, we could do something with this, and that's what I hope for with this podcast. So go check those videos out, and I'll be egoistic, and you can go check my unboxing of Joe Stats.
Should have gone with.
There we go. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. I have forgotten that we did this, because the weird thing about this, you guys, is that Jarrell had never seen or heard of The Last of Us. I kind of was like, we got to do this. We have to play this together. And so I was playing and he was just watching. So you kind of see me in the corner where he's at the top. But I mean, most of us know where this goes. For you guys that don't know, it is emotional damage. So,
oh yeah.
Definitely check out that. I don't think I've ever said this, but I do have recorded somewhere my whole reaction of The Last of Us 2 from the beginning to end.
Part 2?
Yeah. I've not released it. I've not released it at all. It's on Twitch. It was on Twitch, but I have from the beginning all the way to the end. I don't know how I would do it, because I would have to kind of condense it and edit it down, but I do have that recorded. Those are some hard times in my life.
Oh yeah.
Those are some hard times.
But until we go back to those hard times for this, this show, Sam, where can people find you?
Team JVS. I mean, I personally am on social media as well, Super SEL0320, but our Team JVS is everywhere. We're on YouTube. We got reviews, discussions. We got a whole lot of reviews and interviews coming up really soon. And then I think the next thing we got coming up is Pinocchio. I can't reveal too much about that, but me and this gentleman over here just finished looking at Chainsaw Man, and our reviews and reactions have been pretty epic. So yeah.
And you can still find me here on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram at Ronan Unchained. Again, folks, I'm hopeful that this podcast will grow, and hopefully you're along for the adventure. And what I'll say is, to the edge of the universe and back, endure and survive.